Hello, Last Bastion Gaming. This is Poseidon, currently editing, at the end of editing this WPC video, the first one ever produced, and going to be put on the YouTube channel. As I'm doing this, it has not been announced yet, and I'm pretty excited actually. Please, if you have anything about my editing or anything else, please put it in the comments. Please put your thoughts in the comments. Stuff like that. We are trying out new stuff with this WPC thing, so please put all your thoughts, comments, likes, dislikes, but keep it respectful in the comments. I'm not that new to editing, but I'm not, that like professional. But yeah, if you have anything, please just message me or put it in the comments. Yep, it's Poseidon, and enjoy your WPC.
Alright, welcome everybody to the first annual WPC. I hope if you're listening to this, you will enjoy. So, today we're gonna have Galaxy, the RCO, Comet, Free Links, Knight, 104th member, and also a K9 named Cujo, and 104th Wolf. So, everybody say hi.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, little hotel.
Hello there, my friend.
Alrighty. So, we're gonna be doing a topic that is requested by the Clone Wars RP director himself, Squirrel. Factions. It's gonna be based off of a handbook that was delivered to me. About some solutions, issues, etc., etc. But we're gonna open up with this question first. We're gonna go obviously down the list. Do you think that factions should be removed? Galaxy.
Personally, I don't think they should be removed, reworked a little bit. I would agree with that.
Alright, Comet.
I feel like the factions add more RP aspects, like like people wait around just for raids and such. However, I feel like they could be really balanced out. By fully removing the factions, there's really no point in going to Tatooine anymore. In my opinion, anyways, other than to defend the embassy than just from just NPCs and such. I feel like factions add more RP to the server and a more of a kind of like a realistic feel. So no, I don't believe that they should be removed from the server.
Alright, Free Links.
Yeah, same thing pretty much. I like having faction there because it gives you something to look forward to, but it could go for a little bit of reworking, say a little bit of balancing on the Death Watch side. Make sure everything makes sense in regards to the roleplay in general.
Alright, Knight.
Yeah, I kind of agree with all of them. I think they add a lot of RP to the server, and I don't think they should be.
Alright, and Wolf.
I think they should be very limited in the people space, because if we have like 12 Death Watch against like 6 clone troopers, we're screwed because their weapons insta-kill. So a big rework should be done on their part.
Alright, so now that this question is out of the way, we will begin based off of the document, and then once we finish with all the document solutions or issues that are labeled here, then we'll go on to what you guys want to add, problems you may want to point out, etc. So, Galaxy was first, so we're just gonna go with this. Alright. This one is kind of difficult to do, as I don't think many of you here have faction lives, at least I know Knight does. But some of you may have noticed that Wraith kind of have a rocket launcher, and they may or may not just continuously spam that. So, what about a secondary sidearm that they could use, say like a pistol or something that actually does, reasonable damage, maybe not a whole lot, obviously, but it previously will, enforce it, so they use that instead of just continuously rocket spamming. Galaxy.
That would actually be great because currently what I'm seeing a lot of is specific knights. I'm not going to point out any name, or Wraith. They'll just die, wait out their warp timers, come back with a rocket launcher, get, like a quad kill, multi-kill, kill 10 people at the embassy, and then die again, and then they just warp back and do it again. And it's kind of obnoxious.
Alright, and Comet.
Alright, well, I agree that you should at least give them a secondary weapon. By just having given them an RPG, it's completely useless. Like, especially the automatic RPG. Like, I wouldn't be, like too butthurt over the fact that it can fire maybe once and then they reload it and then they fire once more. However, I mean, if we take out the automatic RPG bullshittery, then I feel like the Wraith could have a little bit more of a feel to it than just continuously spamming. Like, I don't know, just like I feel like the regular RPG S or RPS6 would be enough, and then maybe give him like one of the pistols or like I don't know, like a Deathwatch pistol or something that's in the TFA's weapons.
All right, and Lynx,
Pretty much what they just said. I don't have much new to add to that.
Knight.
Yeah, same. Except I feel like there should be like only one instance where they can, because sometimes there are tanks, I guess, and being able to fire more than one clip like every second would be nice to take out the tanks. Because I've seen events where there's like 5 tanks and they just keep blowing.
All right, and Wolf.
I think the secondary would be nice because then we can say, oh yeah, the Wraiths can't use their rockets unless there's vehicles active, so that they can only use their sidearm and not their rockets where they're completely obliterating troopers. Because we've got no offensive to that. Even Jedi don't have an offensive to that. So they can die from rockets. Unless they can deflect rockets.
They
See?
Yep. All right. Continuing off of secondaries. Do you guys think that any other Deathwatch classes in particular should have support a pistol?
That knight class, the swordsman.
There, we'll go down the list yet again. Just keep the order, I guess. Galaxy.
I'm not too familiar with the Deathwatch loadouts, but it seems like the swordsman might need a secondary weapon. I see them buying rocket launchers from Godel a lot and shotguns because they don't have any method of ranged attack.
Comet.
Okay, so a few suggestions I have while looking through the TFA base. Maybe not give them the Deathwatch pistol because that fires really rapidly and they'll basically one-shot any CT. However, maybe we give him like a blaster pistol tier 1 or maybe a blaster pistol tier 2. However, I wouldn't recommend giving them the Deathwatch Karlak pistols or any of those because those are quite ridiculous. It's more of a primary weapon. However, I believe if we give the swordsman a secondary, it add more of a, I don't know, like I'm sure that all Deathwatch had secondaries, no matter what they specialized in. So it'd be good to not just have a lightsaber or whatever the hell they use. Then it'd be nice to also have a pistol. However, there's also more there's like because the pistols are really accurate as well. So the pistols do a lot of damage. I believe the same as the assault rifles, all in the TFA weapons. So I mean, having 2,000 or how much HP they have could raise some difficulties. So I mean, it's kind of a touchy subject, honestly. However, I mean, if it was strictly like a ranged kind of build, then yeah, go ahead and give him like a pistol or something. Nothing too overpowered, however, something just to defend themselves. So.
Alrighty, my apologies. I probably should have mentioned this. 3 in particular TFA weapons that have been noted are the Kotar HVY BP3, Mercenary Pistol, and Deathwatch 1. I would also like to note that all of our TFA weapons are actually customizable. They can, for the most part, you can change the recoil, stuff such as that. I apologize for the 2 that have already gone. But yeah. Alrighty, Lynx.
Yeah, pretty much what they said. Just give them a lightweight pistol to give them a little bit of flexibility. Essentially, same thing with all Deathwatch classes. Make sure they're able to use some sort of light weapon so they're not forced to use something overpowered.
Alrighty, and Knight.
No, I don't think they should get it because if you think of it, they're like Jedi. They don't have a ranged pistol, right? And they're doing fine on their own. That gives kind of Jedi a good challenge when they're facing a swordsman. And I guess it's just more bad.
And finally, Wolf.
Should get a pistol because really they just need it. The Deathwatch swordsman can die from a distance if one of our snipers just gets on top of them. If they have that pistol, they can at least defend themselves farther away. Because if they're running at us and a RF trooper just snipes them, he's done. Just done.
Yeah.
Galaxy in particular.
Alright, off of the topic of pistols and Deathwatch secondaries and whatnot, we're going to move on to the next, idea for a buff for the clones, actually. Do you guys think that, standard infantry troopers, like the standard trooper job, stuff such as that, should have a health boost up to, 200, as it could help with the current damage of Deathwatch weapons? Galaxy, go ahead.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I think the majority of the clones, like specifically the heavies, I see a lot of heavies who, they have less health than me as RFCO, and it's like, so yeah, I think a lot of health pools could use some looking at.
Alright, and comment?
Alright, with that, so maybe not standard infantry troopers, maybe along with assault and all that, because I mean they have that extra armored plating. So yeah. However, let's see. So I believe it's 2 shots from a TFA weapon to kill a regular CT. And usually people with around 100 to 150 HP, it's usually 2 or 3 shots. If we were to add an extra 50 HP, it's gonna increase their survivability by maybe 1 or 2 shots. I'd say yeah, possibly it could be worth it. However, at a limit. Like there should be like a time and a place of where on what class should have a respectable amount of HP. So yeah. Well, with like specialist classes like Mia's Comet and like Boost and all that, like lore characters, we're specialists, so I really wouldn't, you know, agree with a health boost. However, just regular infantry, then yeah, I would agree. That a regular health boost, maybe by 50, maybe even 75, would help out quite a bit.
Alright, and links?
Yeah, I'd say give the CTs some health boost because they're just cannon fodder at this point, and they don't provide much use other than getting in the way and not listening most of the time. So I feel like that little bit of extra health would give them a little bit more confidence and confidence, as well as some of our personal battalion health being fixed.
Alright, and Knight?
Yeah, I agree with that. Because as Deathwatch, it's really easy to kill just a normal CT, whether they're skilled or not, because I get them in.
You cut off there, Knight. You
Uh,
said.
I said yeah.
Just go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
I was just saying yes because as Deathwatch, I can take them out in 2 shots, and even if they're really skilled or not, it's still really easy to get the jump on them, and giving them that extra HP would give them more reaction time.
Alright, and finally we'll move on to Wolf.
Well, I have no big comments on that other than, yeah, it'd be nice to have a little health boost so people aren't getting, gunned down so easily, especially the basic infantry. That's it on that one.
Alrighty.
Hey Moon, actually, before we move on, I'd like to make another comment if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fun. Go ahead.
Alright, so I don't know if you guys were on for the that day Pixel Cat was streaming along with like Red Sport and all that. When all those CTs came on, and I turned into my Godel job and I pulled out an RPG and I killed, I don't know, 26 of them with a single shot.
Muted.
Due to the fact that the RPG one shots them. So with an HP boost, maybe they're Wraith, and RPGs won't immediately kill them instantly. So yeah, it's all.
Microphone activated.
Alrighty. Moving on to our next subject along the lines of health changes. We're actually going to be discussing the Massive and its health pool. Many complaints have come in that 2,000 is quite high. So, the recommended is 1,200, or if necessary, we could also change the weapon to something that does less damage. Instead of doing like, a one hit to standard infantry, maybe something that does like half health. Go ahead, Galaxy.
Yeah, I feel
Microphone
that.
muted.
I mean, kind of up on top of the tower shooting at them, it's not, particularly difficult to take them out. However, if I'm playing on my Jedi or playing in like a normal clone life, they're almost impossible to kill because they kill you in 1 or 2 hits, and they're so low to the ground that they're almost impossible to hit. So yeah, I feel that either a health nerf or a damage nerf is needed for the massives in particular.
Alright, and Comet.
Alright, so I would go as low as maybe even 500 to 750 HP. If you think about it, they're fucking dogs. They're wild animals. They don't have armor. They're just flesh, and if you shoot flesh burns. It's not like armored plating. They shouldn't have 2,000 HP. That's twice as more than a Padawan. For fuck's sakes. All right, maybe. Um, let's see. I don't really agree or disagree with the weapon they have. I mean, it's claws. They're maybe nerf the damage down to maybe a 3-shot kill maybe, but I feel like their HP should be nerfed quite. They should be nerfed considerably because I've seen mastiffs take on 2 advisors at once and kill them both with no problem. Get back up in a corner and just hack away. It's nothing. No matter how skilled you are, mastiff will come after you. So yeah, I do agree that an HP nerf should be should be held, and maybe a damage nerf as well.
Alrighty, moving on to Lynx. Go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, just essentially damage fine, but they should have a pretty decent health nerf, like 500, 700 being base health.
Alright, and Knight.
Personally, I don't think they should be because while they can take out a lot of clones as a massive, I've learned that if they see you, and which usually the farthest you can get, the closest you can get is warping to the cantina. They see you by then and they start shooting you, you're kind of screwed. And also, as me, I'm a massive. I'm also part of the Republic. So being a Republic hound can kind of balance it out with enemy and friendly.
Alrighty, and finally, Wolf, you have the field.
Well, on my field, I think the massives should just be gone in general. Like, if we have people, because some people will align with Deathwatch, then they'll say they're wild, and then in another hand, they'll say they're a part of the Republic, and it's really unfair to some people when they're getting murdered by the same dog repeatedly. I mean, I used to enjoy it because I could take on like 8 Jedi, and nothing would happen. And I know it gives the Hound Troopers roleplay, but really, how often do you see a canine hound unit doing stuff on the server?
Plus one to what Wolf said.
It's really uncommon to see a big ol' canine unit going around. They're pretty much useless at this point.
Alrighty, so if you didn't know, Lynx +1 Wolf there. And yeah, alrighty. So Knight's gonna have to be going AFK here, so we might just have to skip over him. But I'm sure many of you have noticed. The Slave One is kind of a powerful ship for many to deal with, and has led to some pretty ridiculous kill feeds. So the recommendation that Squirrel currently has, unless you have a different idea, or would like to continue, obviously, off of it, is that we remove the Slave One from being one of the Deathwatch's standard ships, and maybe replace it with something like a V-Wing or something similar. Galaxy, you have the field.
Yeah, I feel that would be an okay option. It's not so much the fact that the Slave One is so powerful, it's that we rarely have pilots on that can take one down. You can take one down with a single ship, but it's very difficult to do because the Slave One is so powerful and the Republic ships aren't. So replacing it, or maybe like limiting it to one of them, something along those lines, because currently, when there's 3 or 4 of them in the air because they don't need pilot training, and we do, it gets a little ridiculous.
Alright, and Comet?
Alright, so to go off what Galaxy said, and what you said about the kill feeds, Jingle, whatever the hell his name is, will get like a 25 kill streak. And it's really ridiculous. And I actually went to a single player game and I spawned in 3, I forgot what type of nukes they were, however, I spawned in, I think it was 3 Fat Boy nukes, and I blew them all up, and the Slave One took every single nuke, and I tried it out 10 times, exact same results. It's an awfully overpowered ship because it's a Slave One. It's an
User
RP ship.
disconnected
It's not
from
supposed
your
to die.
channel.
It's like the Millennium Falcon. If you gave the what's it called, Mandalorians the Millennium Falcon, we wouldn't even be able to stay in the air. It's ridiculous. I feel like maybe give them like a headhunter or something. Maybe even add like a new add-on for like a Death Watch ship because they're out there. Like there are several. I think there's several like vehicles for Death Watch. You know, just to make it more RP like because you know 3 slaves 1 like Galaxy said is quite ridiculous and should be removed. And I've actually gotten pretty butthurt myself when I'm behind cover and you know Slave 1 just picks me off, and especially with Jedi because Jedi can't do absolute shit to the Slave 1s either. So also another topic is the kind of I would say fail RP. You know, as Jedi or even in my comment life, when I'm about to kill a Death Watch, they'll get into their ship, kill me, and then they'll hop out of their ship, and then they'll take the embassy, and that's quite annoying. So yeah, I would say a whole removal of the Slave 1 and make it only accessible to like I don't know pre-Vizsla or something would you know help the you know RP.
Alrighty. Uh, obviously, I'm sure that TeamSpeak message was heard. We just last night. I do not know what happened to him. He disconnected. So in this case, we'll just simply continue on with 4 people. We only have about 4 more topics to go, and then you guys can go at whatever else you would like to talk about involving factions. So Lynx, go ahead.
I don't have much knowledge of the Slave One in use. I just know it's pretty powerful, so take whatever input the others have. I don't have much to add.
Alrighty, in that case, we'll be moving on to Wolf.
Well, I don't think it should be taken out completely. I just think that they shouldn't have like 4 people flying around in Slave Ones and gunning the hell out of us. Because really, it only takes one Slave One to kill a whole 6 people, and it shouldn't just be able to be given to everybody. I think it should just be given to specific people who have the training to fly the Slave Ones, and they should be very limited on how they attack. Like, they shouldn't be able to directly attack us on the embassy, because then we're pretty much useless to that, because we have nothing to counter, because some pilots can't be on at the time when a stupid Slave 1 is hitting at us. And it's annoying, but we should have them just specifically made for them, because then if we nerf their ships, then we're going to be blowing them out of the sky, and then this issue is going to pop up again. So we should let them keep it, just have someone specifically trained to use it, like a Death Watch pilot, or yeah, like Pre-Vizsla, let him use it, or basically that's it for that one.
Alrighty. So obviously for opinions now. Finally, we're gonna finish off for the most part involving specifically some things. Involving like buffs, nerfs, changes, etc. Do you guys think that instead of say maybe buffing, clone health, what if we were to instead, nerf Deathwatch's health down to like 250? Say something close to that range. Go ahead, Galaxy.
Before, I'd say that would be a bad idea, when there's only 1 or 2 Death Watch versus 10 clones, but that hasn't been the case lately. It's been, 7 Death Watch versus 20 clones, and the numbers way more than even out at that point. So, yeah, I agree that a nerf to Death Watch health could work as well there.
Alrighty, go ahead, comment.
All right, so on this topic, let's see. So I have quite a few things. So I've seen Death Watch walking around with I don't know, 500 HP, and as I have 200 HP, now I can understand that they have Mandalorian armor and such. However, if I shoot them like 3 times in the head with a rifle, it should kill them, not just take off and shit. So I feel like their nerf could be nerfed. However, like Galaxy stated, there's not too many Death Watch on, so I mean that's kind of like a real touchy, decision. And honestly, though, it just adds more of a challenge, in my opinion, anyways. So yeah, that's all.
Alrighty, Lynx, you're up.
Yeah, I'd say you could lower the health on Death Watch, but maybe like to 400 to 500, since they are usually going to be in a situation where they're outnumbered. You still need to give them a chance, because 200 health can go by very fast. But yeah, like a small nerf on the health would be pretty good.
Alright, and we'll go with Wolf finally.
Actually, I wouldn't nerf their health at all. Because if the idea of limiting them on people, they should have that health boost. Because imagine if we have like 6 clones against one guy, his health's gonna be gone because our rifles do like 78 damage. So if he's at 200 health, he's gonna die pretty quick, and it's not gonna last too long. Especially with some of the guys we have ending up on the server with like point blank accuracy, and they're dead in like 2 seconds. So the Deathwatch should keep their health because it's going to be an unfair factor if they're dying, not even getting close to our embassy, because that's happened beforehand, especially with the ARFs and snipers. Like again with Galaxy, he can set up on a tower and snipe a Deathwatch with one hit, and he's gone.
And we're just gonna finish off. This is not really a change, but it's based off of the doc. How do you think Deathwatch involving, training and organization and whatnot is right now, as we have 2 COs and stuff like that. So Galaxy, go ahead.
Like their organization,
Yeah, like
essentially.
how they're organized, discipline, in terms of injury as well, stuff like that.
I mean, the mending has gotten a little bit better. They still come up to the embassy and toe the line and harass the troops a bit, but other than that, like as far as their discipline goes, when they're raiding, they don't really work together too well. It's mostly they just come in one by one and try to get as many kills as possible, unless there's someone there actively organizing them, like Pre-Vizsla has a few times.
Alrighty, and comment, go ahead.
Not really gonna touch upon this subject too hard. However, I mean, honestly, like what Galaxy said, it's more of just a hack and slash. There's really no organization, and I wouldn't say all of them are revenges. However, there are quite a few that are willing to be pointed out. Most of them are just assholes. However, other than that, really not much of it. I don't really have an opinion on these subjects.
Alrighty, Lynx, go ahead.
I do not know anything about the Deathwatch training to be able to input on it.
Alrighty, and we'll finish with Wolf.
I'm gonna say they suck. I hear people, and I know this is a little joke, but I hate when they walk up to me and they start calling me a furry and wolfy, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Really? Can I just gun you down now?
I feel
Like,
Wolf. I feel.
I'm not even kidding. The menging is just horrible, and their organization is terrible. They run in there one by one. They just die. Except for that stupid swordsman who can go in there and like murder 6 of us and then die. It just sucks.
Alrighty. I have noticed that we're just gonna, this is the last one because I just noticed this is here. This is toned down as of recent because, I have addressed the problem, but there has been cases where it has happened. So, do you guys, is it a problem, or do you not enjoy it? Etc. When staff intervene with raids, I guess they're considered wars now. And then they kind of just step in and make things unbalanced. Galaxy, go ahead.
Yeah, sometimes it can be I don't know, a little annoying. Like I've had it happen a couple of times where Church will show up on his Hunda Ungna character, the sniper, and pop up on Jabba's palace and just start taking clones out left and right. And, it's hard to see him up there, and he's got a DC-17M, and that's one particular instance I've seen. Other than that, sometimes the advisors will come down and they'll just start stomping some serious Deathwatch ass, which is always funny to watch, but I don't think them intervening is a problem as long as it's, kind of even on both sides.
Alright, and go ahead, comment.
Honestly though, I mean, I get experience from it, so I could really care less. However, like sometimes it's gotten really out of control because I'll be defending the embassy and they'll spawn Deathwatch physically inside the embassy and just surround us, and that's kind of an asshole move, and I really don't appreciate it. And along with them spawning stuff on the tower, like I was with Galaxy. I don't know if you remember this, Galaxy. But they spawned in those fucking combine turrets behind us, and we almost died to those. That was pretty pretty gnarly as well, and those are pretty annoying. I don't know why they would have combine turrets. They're Death Watch. They're fucking it's stupid. However, like sometimes it gets out of hand. Other times it's like, whatever.
Alright, and Lynx, go ahead.
Yeah, so I find it entertaining most of the time when staff join in. Usually, if it's like either on the side of the majority of like the troopers themselves, having like a big character come and help them out, or if it's like evenly split, like admins joining both sides, I can see it being an asset to the experience, but I don't see anything wrong with it.
Alright, and finally, Wolf.
They should just stay away. Not even gonna lie about this. Again, I'm gonna lead back to the bunny situation. You know, with the bombing. You should know this personally, Moon. When we were
I do.
when I was running across the field and I couldn't even reach the city because I was getting bombed in the middle of the desert. I couldn't run
So
even
bad.
close to the city. I got bombed right at there. That again leading to another topic. Air to ground should not be a thing. No.
I fully
No.
agree on
Alrighty.
No.
Well, that for the most part concludes the document. So we have now satisfied the Clone War director's deepest, darkest fetishes. So now, of course, we're going to be moving on to the simple, more podcasty part, where essentially one person talks, and they finish their thought, and then somebody go ahead and jumps in off of that, or goes on a different subject. So go ahead, Wolf. You can start it off, since you're so eager.
Again, since we're doing these topics, we shouldn't allow this stupid air to ground shit. This leads back to the slave one crap. Some guys flying in the air. I'm just gonna gun this one person right there. I'm gonna land a missile on him. I know it's gonna come from my reserves, but no, I'm gonna gun this guy down. It doesn't take a whole ship to kill one guy. Like really. It finally banned? Thank the Lord. Never mind, I'm done. Thank you. That's all. That was my only concern. Thank God, Bush.
Alrighty. Anybody else got anything? Go ahead and just jump in whenever.
Let's see here. Let's see. I'm gonna talk about Godel real quick. The price of drugs for Godel. That's pretty annoying. I don't know who controls the factions and all that. However, like 50,000 just for alcohol and drugs.
You
I can
shouldn't
understand
be fucking buying drugs in the first place, Comet.
Hey,
Dear God.
listen.
Do
Hey,
need
listen.
to
I gotta
freaking
make a
you
living
do
somehow,
all crouch
Wolf. I
laps
gotta.
around the tower.
Hey, listen. Make a living somehow. Come on. I mean, last time a sandstorm hit, fucking the advisor bring me and like this other Godel into the back, and we just started making a drug cartel in the back of the embassy.
No.
Hell yeah.
Since you told me that, you know what, Comet? You're doing all crouch laps around the freaking main hangar bay.
God
I
damn
don't
it.
care. You're gonna do them. 5 of them.
You're
Oh
gonna do your
shit.
drug addict filthy
Fucking-
shower laps and you're gonna
Just
like
to
them.
get you off these drugs. Get in the game right now. We're gonna do them.
Yo,
right
I
now.
am in the game right now. I'm in the
Then
training
go
room.
to the main hangar. You're
God
gonna do
damn it.
5
Anyways,
all
while I
crouch
walk
laps
my
around the
ass
main
to
hangar.
the main hangar, I'm gonna continue. Basically, maybe give us like Godel a different weapon, because like the fucking pistol's off and it's AIDS and completely unrealistic. Because we had primary weapons. If you look, we didn't just have pistols. We had weapons as well. Maybe like a little balancing. I don't know. I don't play my Godel too much. However, just when I do, I usually make drugs. So
You know what, Comet? You know what? That's fucking. You're doing 10 now.
Oh
I
god,
don't
Shit,
care.
son.
Oh shit. Get my ass beaten.
I do want to point out here, Covet, just to add on to what you were saying about the Godel weapons. You could buy a fucking rocket launcher, detonators, and a shotgun.
Yo, I mean,
For 11
honestly
grand,
though,
you can buy a freaking RPG. I did that yesterday. During Deathwatch, I freaking walked up to him, dropped 11 grand, grabbed an RPG, and murdered like 8 clone troopers.
fucking
With one
that's
rocket.
RPG's not
time.
even worth 11 grand. It's worth at least like 6. Yo, whoever you bought it from totally ripped you off, man.
I have over 1 million. The 11 grand is like pocket change.
All right, I got you. Maybe
Alright.
Just like you, Comet. You're like pocket change to me.
Oh shit. That's really Oh man, I want to kill myself now.
Alright.
You should,
So-
because you're
Alright,
doing
I got
drugs,
one.
you bastard.
Hey. I'm not physically doing them. I'm making them.
Alright. Lynx, you got anything to say, buddy?
Yeah, just a few like really job changes for 327th. Medics were given a pretty small amount of health. They're at 180, and we need a K company medic because I'm qualified to be K company, but I can't be both a trooper and a medic at the same time. And I feel like we can use both of them use both assets. So just have K company like weapon equipment and then medic gear. So like it's a 300 health K company trooper given like back to injector, back to grenades, and they have the Webster, a pistol, and since it's a medic, would have like level 2 clearance. And that's pretty much it.
Can't believe he muted his mic.
Yeah, I had my mic muted, not my sound, buddy. All right. So, Galaxy, anything you want to go off of before we make sure everybody's good?
No, I was just kind of curious on the status of something. I saw that Arithmetic was implemented in suggestions a while ago, but any word on when that'll happen? Because Arf is kind of terrible without a medic.
I have absolutely no clue. Sorry, my dude.
Okay, no worries.
And we'll finish off with Wolf. Last
You know what?
thing.
You know what? That's something we need. We need more fucking medics. We have no
I'm
medics.
your medic.
That's why, Stu.
I am
we
the
have,
only
like,
medic. You.
Comet, you should only be Comet. You're not a medic.
Oh,
You're only Comet.
yeah.
We need more medics. We have
But
like
Commander
3.
Cody's a
Comment-
medic.
comment-
Cody can't even be that. He has to be Commander Cody. He can't be a medic and Cody at the same time.
But
He
it's
can only
Commander
be Cody. You know what? I don't give 2 shakes or rat's half what Cody is.
All
Cody
right.
could be the stripper at the corner. I don't care. We need more medics.
Alrighty.
Hey, real quick, kind of like off topic a bit, Moon. However, I heard that we may be
You're
changing
not allowed to talk,
to
drug dealer.
hey, let me ask real quick, Wolf, and that continue my fucking 10 crouch lap. Anyways, I heard Church we may be switching to a more like a map with more planets. I wanted to know if this was something that's going to be implemented or
Alright.
what.
So, 2 things. First off, I have no clue what you're talking about. And if that does happen, that's cool. But I have not heard anything. Yeah, so I'm not sure at all. In terms of fuck that hurt. In terms of map changes, there's somebody, Riddick, the Imperial Director, my dude. He's working on a Coruscant map. I don't know if I should reveal this or not. Bush might yell at me and I might get yelled at, but it's an in development thing, and I have no clue how it's gonna work. But that might become our official map.
Wait, this is for Imperial or
Clone Wars. RP.
okay. So
His
maybe
deadline, I
getting a
believe,
custom-
was June or something. But yeah, I have no clue other than that in terms of that. But I guess we're just gonna be concluding WPC today.
I got one more small thing.
All right, we'll hear what Leaks has got to say first, and then we'll end it up.
More alt laps.
Inspections and
For
Mr.
everyone.
Grand Admiral Church himself. Oh boy, where do I start? Okay, so we need to. There's a few minor changes with faces. We need to make sure left face, right face, front face, and about face. Those aren't turns. Those are definitely not turns. Also, front face, in all situations, including what should be going on the server right now, front faces should be over the right shoulder in all regards. I don't know whose idea that was to change it. I'm sad to see that someone thinks that's a good idea
Exactly,
to change it.
I was actually
plus
I think it
1
was
for,
Odin.
plus 2 for Snoot.
I actually believe that was Odin's idea because I was in Commander tryouts
Well,
a
Odin's
while back.
retarded.
Yeah, I know, and I said I know, like
You know what?
I
Odin's
did
a
a
freaking Brit.
I did
I don't
a
give 2
front
shits what
face.
he
Repeat
says.
order in the court.
Jesus, no, but I did
I don't
a
care
front
about his
face.
LO mic shit.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Order in the court. Ayo.
Yeah, but I do agree. It's pretty retarded.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're gonna push for realism, you gotta understand what realistically would happen anyway. So just make sure that whenever, I guess staff command in general, want to push something that it makes sense for it to happen. in regards to what's happened before and stuff.
I'm sure that'll be looked at. So we're
Before
gonna
this is over, guys,
oh.
I want you all to come watch Met as he does his alt crouch laps
Oh, I'm
right
coming.
now.
God fucking damn.
Everyone, come watch him. Not even lying.
Yeah, I mean, if I don't, you'd probably fist my asshole. So you know.
I've been coming for the last 5 months.
He's actually doing them.
Yeah,
Alright.
I if I don't, I'd probably get more. So you know.
But basically, we're gonna be concluding WPC. So I heard that some injury and stuff. I don't know if any of you guys know, but I'm actually pre-Vizsla. So if you at any point would like to PM me names of disrespectful Deathwatch, go right ahead. If you at any point would
Sirion
like
calling
to,
me a furry.
that should PM me, goddamn. If you would ever like to report a Steph for being overly
Moon
I
for
guess
being pre-Vizsla.
abusive in a
Bunny.
scenario of a raid or a war or something,
Bunny.
go ahead
Cough,
and PM
cough,
it to
cough.
me.
Cough, cough, bunny, cough.
Cody.
Or of course
Cody.
the Clone Wars RP director. Keep the Deathwatch stuff to me.
Commander Rex.
But that's gonna conclude everything for the first annual
Captain Wolf. Oh wait, shit.
WPC. Thank you.
See you guys in the next episode of
Yep.
Ladies and
WPC
gentlemen, we'll
News.
see you
I
later.
repeat order in the court.
Alright.
God damn.
So goodbye. Adios. Bye.